So I'm now doing commentary here, right? Because I want to kick my Avalon addiction. So instead of playing, I'm going to commentate as a neutral third party. So we have a pretty nice table here because we have Aladeya, who's a great guy, great player. We have Starbird, who's a really solid guy. Um, and I don't really have much to say about these other people, but Jay Hotamaki told me to drink beer to cheer myself up. Because I mentioned that I was getting quite lonely in lockdown, so that was a nice thing to say, I guess. Super Kusha told me to buy a hooker. He told me to hire a hooker. Since I was feeling lonely, I think that's not as nice of a thing to say. But anyhow, no idea who Dr. Mantis is. And I have a bit of a sore throat, so I hope this game ends quickly. Yeah, thanks, Aladeya. See, this is why he's such a great guy. Yep, Seren is the best human ever existed. Keep watching her content. Great guy. Like, it's rare that people who aren't me are right, but in this case, Aladea's right. So I think the fact that Starbird rejected 1.2 over here is something that's actually pretty disgusting. Did he say anything about it? No, he didn't say anything about it. He just straight up rejected it. So obviously he might be saying that Harsh and Aladeya are two res, but I think that's the worst way to use an on reject in M1 possible. I think that's the worst thing you can possibly do. It's tough for Starbird. He has 1.6, so he's got to affect the game somehow, right? So Hotamaki has had like a brain freeze here. He's obviously here because he's been typing. He's just in a state of mental meltdown because there's been not a single on pick. Now, that's pretty fucking weak, I'll be real. So here he comes with a pretty interesting off pick that he thought for tons of time about. Like, I think that's weak as fuck. Just like do an on pick there. Like, on pick Harsh if you have to. On pick Aladeya, even better. Like, just ignore Harsh and on pick Aladeya. I think that's a better pick than this, because this pick just looks weird. Like, if I'm Super Kusha and I'm a spy, right, I can just do anything I want. I can literally do anything I want, and it'll still be valid. Okay, so this pick, I think it's likely that star is res. It's also possible that there were just a bunch of res off picking two res in mission one. Like, if I see a fucking clusterfuck like this, I'm not gonna rule out that possibility. I think the way that Star is talking is not how you want to be talking as Spy. Like, that he got on M1 successfully and he's still talking before any fails is not something that a spy should be doing. So I'm just going to green him for now, and I can red him later if he turns out to be a spy. So everybody's just making very nice with M1. Like, I guess it is possible that Starbird, Hotamaki, and Kusha are just 3 res, and here comes the M1 accused that we were waiting for. By the harsh one, no less. Interesting. Okay, so shout out to Aladeya, who's looking for a sugar parent. So if you have tons of money and are interested in a very attractive young man and a very clever young man, here's your person. I think if I'm on 2.5 here, I'm just picking M1. I'm not fucking around with harsh. There we go. If this succeeds, it's very likely clean. Right. Um, I don't think Starbird or Super Khrushchev floated that, frankly. I'd be inclined to say that like they are both res. And additionally, I would be inclined to also res Hotamaki and just say that this team is just clean. Like, it's really nice when you just have a succeeding M2. Because it means that any competent res should be able to pick a clean M4. Okay, Merlin. Okay, that's okay. Thank you. Good stuff. Uh, right, Starbird. This is a weird situation for you. I guess you've just got to try Aladeya if you want to pick him too. You've just got to try him. He's an ad. This guy's an ad. And he's a nice person. Like, we should give him info, right? Because there's no way that Super Kushal accidentally on pick rejected clean, right? There's no way he accidentally pick rejected clean. Under that assumption, we just add Aladeya. Why is he thinking for so long? Mission 2 passed. You were on a position in mission 2 that should give you a lot of info. And one guy has just picked rejected a viable ad to mission 2. So if you're not going to try the other viable ad to mission 2, that leads me to think that that team is just not clean. I hope this isn't one of those situations where he just picks Danis and Danis is clean. Like, I really don't like Super Khrushchev floating M2. I don't think that's a valid play. Yeah, me too, Harsh. I also wonder whose team this is. Okay, so Starbird is saying this is Dr. Mantis's team, so that basically means Starbird is just saying it's not clean, right? Like, nobody is Merlin and says, hey, I just picked a clean Danis, and now I'm gonna talk to the spy who's off this M3 and tell him how much of a team it is for one of my VTs. He can't be Percy to Mantis. Like, no Percy is gonna just pick that team and be like, this is Merlin's team, right? I mean, I don't think Starbird would do that. Okay, let's vote. Yeah, I would have been appalled if that team was clean just there. We just repick M2 here, right? Surely we just repick M2. Like, the fact that this was picked and actually approved leads me to, like, love M2 right now. And, like, also makes me wonder whether M2 has some exotic ad, like the harsh one. as an add to M2. Like, it shouldn't be, but the fact that Starbird just didn't want to try Aladeya at all is like all sorts of weird. And now Mantis is softly. I don't know actually. This chat could mean anything. But like honestly, if I'm in Mantis's position and I'm seeing a clean M2 or like an M2 that's very possibly clean, like I'm just gonna fucking pick. I'm not gonna stall my pick and talk for forever. I'm just gonna pick and let Hotomaki and let Kushal repick M2. So like the fact that he's stalling for so long can be taken as an implication that he doesn't really like M2. Like if you're gonna stall for this long, you may as well just off pick an app M4, because then at least your stalling will accomplish something. You get to decide what M4 is. Otherwise, people are just gonna like humor you and wait until it's past you and then just ignore you, because like nobody's gonna like you. Like despite all this chat going on, I honestly still think that picking M2 is their best bet here. Like I think at least some of these people hard stalling have got to be spies, right? Harsh as the add to M2. No, bot left spies is a thing. Okay, so Hotamaki cannot possibly be liking this pick. That's fun. Yeah, I don't care that everyone just picked Starbird and Dr. Mantis. Yeah, that's right. That's right, J Hotamaki. I'm still gonna be picking them too. I don't care what these other people on the left hand side picked. They weren't on M2. Like I was on M2, I'm just gonna pick it. Especially if I'm J Hot. Like I think J Hot is the person with the biggest the best reason to float M2. So like if I was J Hot, I'd be liking M2. And obviously, if I was a spy, I'd be liking it too, because then I kind of need to get a second fail on the board. I will be mildly surprised if Kushal doesn't pick M2. Maybe a bit more than mildly. Okay. I mean, it could be clean. Okay. It is clean. Very interesting. Yeah, I mean, it was gonna be him that floated, but the fact that Kushal just didn't want to try M2 is shocking. Like, I'm gonna agree with Aladeya here. I think Kushal should have a target on his forehead. And, unless they can find someone else with a good reason to shoot them, like, Kushal's kind of, just wanting to die here. It's possible he just, like, fucked up on 3.1 and been like, oops, I pick rejected the wrong person. Who is somebody? Is Mantis somebody? Is he SB? um. Like, there's no way Starbird is Merlin here, right? He just like fucking picked Cancer M3 if he's Merlin. So like, I regret to say that I don't think he's Merlin. Oh yeah, he also called 3.2 Mantis's team. Yeah, that's kind of gross and definitely doesn't make him Merlin. Doesn't make him Percy to Mantis either. He's probably just a VT. I mean, I guess he could be Percy to like. Oh my god, this would be so gross if he's Percy to Kushal. That's actually so disgusting. If he's Percy to Kushal, that is so gross. Mother of God. Like, who else is Merlin? I don't think Harsh is Merlin, just like off picking two spies for no reason. I think you just have to shoot Kushal here. Like, everyone else sort of on Merlin. I mean, it could be. I guess it could be someone to Mantis. Like, it's a really dodgy theory. If it's the Harsh one, I'm gonna lol. Huh. Oh, Harsh did accuse. Oh no, Harsh accused M1. Huh. That's, Harsh accuses M1 because he sees that it's about to set up 3 VTs. The number one theory, man. Harsh to Mantis. Omega. Like, there's no way Harsh to Mantis picks like this. That would just be disgusting. No way. My god, Starbird to Kushal would just make me kill myself. Oh my god, Starbird to Kushal, that's disgusting. I'm gonna be so grossed out if Starbird plays like that as Percy to Kushal. It's actually so disgusting. Like, I can see it being the case, which is just horrible. We rejected 1.2. Like, if you're Percy and like if you're Percy, then all other things being equal, a Merlin who off picks you with a VT is more likely to be Morgana than in a baseline scenario with no information. That's just stats. Like, I'm not saying you should morgue someone for off picking you with a VT, but a Merlin that does that is statistically more likely to be Morgana. Yeah, everything does point to Kushal, doesn't it? Can we just shoot him? I mean, if it's Mantis, then Kushal to Mantis? I don't know, man. Kushal to Mantis should pick Aladeya for M1, right? Yeah. I mean, if anyone is Percy to somebody to Mantis, then it's Super Kushal. But I would agree. I would agree with shooting Kushal here. I mean, I don't have the gun, but if I did have the gun, I would just go ahead and shoot, especially as Aladeya suggests it. And I think Aladeya has generally a good head on his shoulders, you know? I wouldn't bet on it being starboard to Kushal. Oh, I mean, that is just way too disgusting, isn't it? That's so gross. Starboard to Kushal is just like, okay, hold up. Starboard to Kushal would be seeing in M2 2.4, one of the VTs. Like, you're thinking that Assassin just accuses the team with his Morgana. Like, this is something that is very likely to, like, induce the VT on 2.5 to pick not M1, and in the process, to likely pick something clean. Like, this is basically Assassin trying to, like, hunt Morgana off M2 and assemble a clean M2 for the res. Like, you've got to be thinking that to think that 3.2 is a viable team. I mean, he could do that, but, like, come on. Like, I'd be thinking that M2's clean, honestly. So if M2's clean, then I don't know, if I'm trying to Danny's, I'd be doing a Danny's with both Merlins probably, just because I don't, in principle, I don't like taking Merlin off the Danny's and then adding on the other Merlin. I think that's just bad. Like, yeah, we know I've always been a masochist, right? But now I've decided to take it to the next level with some exhibitionist shenanigans and watch this travesty of history play out. Yeah. Shout out to Jeremy81, top 10 player on Avalon.com. Maybe on Avalon.com. I don't know about ProAvalon.com, but yeah, maybe if you go to the other website, you will find this top 10 player. Top 2 candidates for Merlin Berlin. Some kind of rhyming slang. Merlin Berlin. J-Ho should pick me and Starbird for info. Oh, why would he say that? That's it, man. Mantis sees that right hand side is 3 VTs. It's gotta be it. Gotta be it. Yeah. Well, all the evidence adds up. See? That's why Kusha also rejected 3.1, because it's also 3 VTs, and that's why Mantis hated it, because it's also 3 VTs, and that's why Harsh hated it, because it's 3 VTs. So we've agreed. That it has to be Mantis to Harsh or the other way around, right? It can't be anything else. Like, here's the thing, it can be one of these people, right? but it's a low probability shot. So if you're a reasonable person, then you try to maximize your chances of winning and shoot the guy who's obviously claiming Merlin. If you're like me and you just want to shoot whatever will make you look the coolest if you get it right, then you shoot one of these random fuckers. But I think if in the long run you want the highest chances of winning, you should just shoot the guy who claims Merlin. Spies have talked themselves into crying from having like an easy shot 12 minutes ago when they were sure of who Merlin is. Now they've talked themselves into complete indecision and crying. I didn't have very much fun, J-Hopes, but I'm glad someone did. I mean, to be fair, if I'm Merlin there in Kushaw's position, I would gladly give J-Hope the M4 hammer. I would gladly give him rope and let him hang himself. You know that saying, like, when the enemy's making a mistake, don't stop him. But I don't have a clue how Kushaw plays. This is the guy who told me to hire a hooker to resolve my emotional issues. So. I mean, this is getting really long. Like, obviously I still have a lot of good things to say, as always, but I kind of want to see who Merlin is. Why haven't they shot yet? Like, yeah, Starbird. Like, it's giving me the chance to say a lot of more profound things that I wouldn't have time for in a shorter game. But like, I do wanna eventually see who Merlin is. I do want the game to end. I'm actually gonna start crying if spies take. Look, here's the thing: if spies take 20 minutes to shoot Kusha, who was their first shot, and then he turns out to be not Merlin, well, that's just fucking tragic. That you were gonna shoot him anyways, so you may as well have shot him at the start, right? Yeah, can we have someone to shoot? Well, I mean, J-Hope, you're the one with the gun, so I kind of think that he has to have someone, and someone has to be you. The assassin has shot Super Khrushchev. They were correct. The spies win. Well, thanks, spies. That was easy. Good game, all. Thanks for listening.